Well, hello. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you've had a good weekend and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to our Maserati F1 Manager Series round 6 of 19 today here in 2028. And we're in the classic surroundings of Belgium. We're in Spa, a great racetrack today. And it wouldn't be Spa without a bit of rain. And yeah, we can see that in the background. We've got some inters going on today. So we've qualified P3 of Antonelli, unfortunately P5 of Leclerc, so the Red Bulls look very good again today. They lead the constructors, and Max is P1, Lawson P2, Antonelli did get P3, but I believe it's Carlos Sainz in an Aston Martin, but on P4, and Leclerc has to settle for P5. OP Joe, hello buddy, how's it going? Hope you're well. But yeah, hope you're all well. Hope you had a good weekend if you're watching actual Formula 1 action. It was a pretty good race weekend, wasn't it, in Brazil? Very enjoyable. And now we've got a couple of weeks off, and then we've got 3 weeks in a row, and we will know who the world champion will be at the end of it. But it's looking very good for Lando Norris as Oscar Piastri continues to have his wobbles. So yeah, looking good for Lando. But as I say, in the virtual world over here, we continue with Maserati, but the Red Bull's looking good. Now, in terms of strategy today, the rain is due to come around about lap 18, and you can see from about around lap 23, 24, it's going to be very heavy. It's probably wet here, but it's only for a few laps, so whether we risk putting a wet on is a long lap round Spa, of course, so it might be worth doing that. The default strategy was soft to inters. We were actually going mediums because it works out slightly quicker, so the soft, there you go, you can see the soft slightly slower, and it does mean we can push the medium, but I do expect quite a few on the grid to be on that soft tyre. We're trying the medium with both. As I say, it's Antonelli P3, Charles Leclerc P5. Can we take the fight to the Red Bulls in Spa? Mixed conditions, starting dry, going wet. Let's see how we go then as we kick this one off.
Well then, it's not long until we get started.
Yeah, the Red Bulls 1 and 2, but they weren't as far ahead today, well, in qualifying, as they have been in previous races.
Amidst the noise and fanfare of the occasion, a crucial moment now to concentrate.
They're up in P3, which is a 2-win.
Right, let's see how we go. I can't join Discord at the moment, OP, but thanks for the offer. 3 lights then, 4, 5, and as I say, we're going to start dry here in Spa as Max Verstappen gets us underway. But it will change to wet conditions around about lap 18 today. And Max seems to get a good start there. Antonelli's remain P3. As I say, Carlos Sainz is the man in P4 in that Aston Martin. We're trying to get ahead of him nice and early, and Leclerc has done the job. That's good work from Charles Leclerc, much needed. And he's done the job as Antonelli and Lawson are fighting as well. And who's going to get the toe off Verstappen? Looks like Lawson's just creeped ahead of us here. So Verstappen gets a good start from pole, keeps P1, Lawson P2, Antonelli remains P3, but Leclerc has got the jump on Sainz. Sainz has started on the softs, most of the grid on the softs. As I say, we've gone on the mediums, as has Albon, Hadjar, Colapinto. So only 5 on the mediums, the other 17 are on the soft tyre. This game actually looks kind of cool. Yeah, it's F1 Manager 24. Yeah, perhaps OP Joe could be something we do. As I say, we are going to get the rain here today from about lap 18. I do think it is going to go to full wet, but it's whether you just put the inner on and stick with it, because it will come back down to inters. Max leads, Lawson B2, but Max has already broken the DRS, so that is not ideal. We don't want Max trying to get away today. Adri, thanks for the follow, much appreciated. I hope you're doing well. And Antonelli up the inside of Liam Lawson. This could be crucial because Max, as I say, scampering down the road. DRS enabled as we're down the inside of Liam Lawson trying to get this job done. And Lawson's out wide. That could compromise him with Leclerc as well. I think he's just got away with it though, but Antonelli into P2. Ferrari, Russell and Perez. Yes, we're in 2028 in this universe, and somehow Ferrari have ended up with Perez and Russell. Right, DRS enabled, and Lawson has it, as does Leclerc. And no one looking to go for the move there, though. Verstappen, though, has got a 1.9 second lead. That is not ideal for us. We need to try and chase that down. He is on the soft tyres, though, and he is attacking on them. Dimples, this is live, but it's not Formula 1, it's F1 Manager. Is Leclerc sending one down the inside on Lawson? He is. And we've managed to get Antonelli from P3 to P2 and Leclerc from P5 to P3, as we've got a yellow flag somewhere in the pack as well. Lovely move from Leclerc here. Oh, not a rear wing view. We might see some of it, but not the best of angles. There we go. May, thanks for the follow. Super appreciated. It was Yuki Tsunoda in his Audi who's had a lockup.
This one is involving Yuki Tsunoda.
Right at the back, Piastri, who had damage in qualifying, so he started from the pit lane, I believe. And that's not going to work out well for Yuki. The game is F1 Manager 24. Alright, let's go and drop down to aggressive now. So Max has opened up a 2.8 second lead early on here. So he's broke clear of the DRS. And Lawson has stayed with Leclerc and Antonelli here. We'll keep using the battery for now. As Lawson's on the outside of Charles Leclerc, but he's not quite going to get that one done. What's Verstappen's tyres? Down to 92%. We'll see if the mediums start to come to it now. Is Leclerc going to have a run on his teammate here? Lawson's lost a lot of time there. I think Lawson will still get DRS. He will. Has got another yellow flag. Teo Porchet's out, and we've got a safety car. We have got a safety car, so that brings a respite to Antonelli. And Leclerc is upset about that.
Turn 3.
It's going to be through a rouge here for Teo.
There wasn't a lot that could be done.
He's just not turned in. He's got it all wrong. And luckily, he's not come back on the track, because that would have been a nasty accident. Lucas, hello, buddy. How's it going? So safety car early on. What it does mean, unfortunately, is it works for the soft runners, because they can nurse them a little bit better now before that rain comes in. We didn't really want a safety car because we're on the mediums, but I guess we can full attack on ours. And we'll just forward on. Should be a short safety car because the pack is pretty bunched. And in the game, they'll clear that pretty quickly. So we've got some pit stops down there, haven't we? Just saw some pit stops there.
He's okay.
Yeah, Bortoletto, Piastri, Max and Tsunoda all jumped into the pits for some those are fresh mediums, so they're probably at the back anyway, so they've just took the decision to get some fresh tyres on. Makes sense. Wouldn't have been worthwhile us doing that. Good to hear. Yes, I'm very well, Lucas. I'm very well, thank you.
In front is Verstappen. Car behind Leclerc.
Right, let us... Hold on then. Will the safety car be in this lap, or will it be one more? I think it's going to be one more.
Copy.
So our ERS is fully charged. It's all good. Right, let's just forward. Yeah, let's forward on then. It should be in this lap, the safety car. Well, it's not. It's going to be another safety car lap, which again is better for the soft runners than it is us. Surely it'll be in this lap. Yes, it will.
So, safety car in this...
We're going to have a lot of fuel now in this race, aren't we? Because when the wet weather comes in, you don't use as much fuel either.
Try to close the gap with the car ahead.
But yeah, see, Max has been able to save some of that soft tyre, so it's worked out better for him, I'd say. So just a reminder, the rain should be starting around about lap 16. And yeah, it's going to be inters anywhere from 17 to 20. You're going to have to get some inters on. But as I say, from about 21 to 26, that looks to be full wet to me. Right, when is Max going to bolt then? As Stroll is developing a fault. I think Max has gone. He has indeed. And we're back underway then in Spa. And we're about to start lap 7 already after that safety car interval. So Max leads, Antonelli second, Leclerc third, Lawson fourth. Max Verstappen leads this Drivers' Championship. Antonelli is second in the championship. So we need to try and get a win today if we can. But of course Leclerc still wants to fight for this championship as well. It's only round 6 of 19. So no team orders. But Antonelli's getting a lovely tow out of here. Is this the moment for the lead of the race for Kimi Antonelli? Doesn't look like he's being aggressive enough. It's on high for aggression, but not going for it. And we remain P2 then with Kimi. But if you jump me in the stream, if you don't already, do make sure to follow or subscribe. And of course, you can do me a massive favour and spam that like button. Super appreciated. As we've got another yellow flag. Bortoletto's having a bit of an adventure, it looks like. Just put on those fresh mediums. And a lock-up is not a way to treat them, really.
Things were all right here. The wheels just lock up there.
So he was in P18. He's now 21st with the retirement of Portier. Theo Portier. Here comes Kimi Antonelli indeed. Right, let's get back up to the front of this race then. Oh, Antonelli, that's bold. He's kind of alongside Max, is he? He's at the rear axle, really. That's about it, but now he's trying to get closer and closer to Max. He is now alongside, and Max is forced out wide. He's kicking up dirt, and Charles Leclerc kind of let him back on the track there. Should have been a little bit more ruthless, and that's backed Leclerc back into the teammate of Verstappen. Liam Lawson got a good chance now to make the move on Leclerc. Kind of want to watch this, but I want to see the replay. I felt Leclerc was a bit too kind to Verstappen. Antonelli got his elbows out. Yeah, Leclerc could have used the space on the inside.
Yes, let's go.
And that's put Leclerc all sorts of bother, but he's stayed ahead of Leclerc. And Verstappen will retain the DRS on Antonelli, so they all survived that. But I felt Leclerc could have been a little bit bolder there and got past.
DRS enable.
Right, DRS back enabled, which will now be triggered once we go down the hill and then back up the hill through a Rouge. And Leclerc dropping off a little bit. Going defensive here of Antonelli. Max trying to sweep round the outside. He's going to be later on the brakes, as you know. Antonelli was pretty good on the brakes himself, but Verstappen on the second phase of that corner has got it done. And Leclerc straight back on the tail of these two as well. And I think Leclerc is trying around the outside of his teammate. And Antonelli been caught napping a little bit there.
Do your best.
And Antonelli's gone from P1 to P3. As I say, no team orders here. And we can keep attacking on this tyre for a little while longer. DRS train from Max to Norris, but Russell in P7 in the Ferraris dropped off a little bit. But if you're jumping into the stream late, we are going to have some rain in this one from around about lap 16. So we're about halfway through to that rain. As we've got another yellow card, and this time we've got a virtual, and Bortoletto has had another incident.
Okay.
What has Gabriel Bortoletto done now?
Okay.
He's out of the race. Had a lock-up earlier. Oh, he's just lost it. Spins rear end into the barrier. And Bortoletto in the Mercedes is out of this race. So we've had a safety car and a virtual in the first 8 laps. Bortoletto and Theo Portier have both retired. And as I say, these stoppages are helping the soft runners than it is us on the medium. So this medium gamble not really working. It's not losing us much time.
VSC ending.
As VSC is about to end. And now we are green flag racing then, so we're back underway.
Copy.
And Leclerc's getting a lovely toe on this restart. Max is covered off the inside. He can't move for a second time, so the outside is open for Leclerc. And he's swooping around that outside. And Charles Leclerc now leads in Spa. His third race leader now within 10 laps. Antonelli, Max Verstappen and Leclerc have all led this race so far. And now it's the time of the Monegasque. But Max Verstappen all over Leclerc. It's not going to be an easy one to break away the DRS here today.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, tyres are good just to keep attacking at the moment. I say, jumping in the stream, you haven't already, do spam that like button for me. It's super appreciated, really helps me out. And a bit of a DRS gap has just opened up. I don't know if it'll stay that way. Between Sainz is Max Verstappen having a go at Leclerc here. He's trying. Leclerc holds on to it, but Max Verstappen will now get the DRS. And Leclerc covers him off, but Max will get another stab of it. Coming up to the next DRS. Akai, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated. Hope you're well. Yeah, Max already nearly getting the job done, but he's not going to be brave enough to do it there. Even Max Verstappen. But he will now get the DRS. And he's got a great chance to move back into the lead of the race. Kimi Antonelli right there with them as well. And yes, Sainz has just lost the DRS to these top four. And Max Verstappen didn't go for the move there. Gasly's developed a fault now. So Gasly, Magnussen both got minor faults. Stroll's got a major fault. And we've had 2 retirements. So plenty going on here early on. Why the Ferrari's not red? The Ferraris are red.
Okay, fine.
Soren, hello buddy. How are you? Where did we and Max start? Max started on pole. Antonelli P3 and Leclerc P5. So Leclerc's had a lovely opening 10, 11 laps here. But a good start of both our drivers. Max Verstappen hounding Leclerc now. Now, we've got some rain coming in about 7 laps' time. And look at the top 4, very much breaking away now. Norris 1.8 behind. As Max Verstappen, he looks a little bit closer this time. Can Leclerc hold him off again? He can. But as I say, Max now gets the DRS. I think once we're out of here, we're going to have to ease off the battery a little bit. As Lando sets the fast lap of the race, so he's obviously trying to get into this fight. I'm going to go neutral now on the battery. As Russell's got a mechanical fault now as well. Quite a few cars getting mechanical faults. By Max Verstappen out of Rouge, can he now get the DRS? Well, he will get the DRS. Can he now make the move, I should say? He has moved out nice and early this time. You've got to think Max Verstappen has got a great chance of reclaiming the lead of this race. But Leclerc is later on the brakes, and he's not going to get out easy. And he doesn't. Leclerc remains P1, Verstappen P2, Antonelli P3, Lawson P4. Chanel, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated. Hope you're well. Stroll and Russell issues. Yeah, Stroll, Russell, Gasly, and Magnussen all have mechanical issues. Bortoletto and Pourchaire already out of this race. Safety cars and a virtual. They're blue. That's because it's not a Ferrari. You're looking at a Maserati in 2028. Yes, we had a safety car and a virtual Soren, so that's why plenty of fuel in the tank. Plenty in the tank. Amara, thanks for the follow. We've got another yellow flag. Adjar, he's out as well. And we've got another virtual safety car. Will we get about 5 laps consecutively done in this race? Who knows? That's the third time. It's a full safety car.
Something's happened.
It's
Looks like
a two are out. I think there's 2 or multiple cars out here. Let's have a look. Hadjar. He spins. He's going to Oh, and it's like Brazil. It's like Piastri, Hulkenberg and co. in Brazil, that is. So the Audi of Tsunoda was that? Yeah, Yuki Tsunoda. So both Hadjar was going to rejoin the track there, but Tsunoda did the exact same thing, spun off and crashed into Hadjar while he's off the track. And that's now 4 retirees in, what, 12 laps here today. Carnage. Carnage in Spa. GG or Gigi, thanks for the follow. Ryan, thanks for the follow. Antonelli P3. Antonelli is P3. We're F1 Manager 24. This is in the year 2028 for Maserati. All right, lap 13. Let's just give a recap, shall we? Leclerc started P5. He's got to P1. Antonelli started P3. He remains P3. Verstappen started on pole. He's now P2. We had Pourchaire crash out for a safety car. We had Bortoletto crash out for a virtual. Hadjar then had a spin. Tsunoda spun in the same place, crashing into Hadjar. They are now both out, and we have our second full safety car. So 2 safety cars and a virtual within 13 laps, and we have rain in about 5 laps time. So the drama will continue. Added to that, Magnussen has a slight mechanical issue, as does Gasly, as does Stroll, as does Russell. We might see the most retirements we've ever seen in a race today. Who is leading the championship? It is currently Max Verstappen leading the championship. These are live standings, though, if the race finished as it is right now, so it's not the same points as we came into it. But Verstappen leads, Kimi second, Lawson third, Charles Leclerc is fourth. So we need Kimi and Leclerc to try and outscore both Verstappen and Lawson for both the drivers and constructors, because Red Bull lead the constructors. We'd be doing a pretty good job on them today, though, so let's see how it all pans out. Jose and Megem, thanks for the follows, much appreciated. Maloney will get points. Yeah, there's a great chance for Maloney. He's not got any issues. He got a point already this year. I had in Singapore yesterday. Virtual, red flag, restart safety car, restart safety car. Lots of drama in Singapore for you then. Maloney will get P10, I believe. Let's believe. Let's give our old teammate the belief. OP81 fan, Oscar fan, thanks for the follow. Hello, thanks for the follow, much appreciated. Right, let's forward on again until this safety car ends.
Yep.
And now we are close to the rain. It's probably come forward now with all these stoppages. Yeah, it has. It's going to start in about a lap's time. I wonder if you pit now under the safety. Oh. No, it's not going to be. If the safety car done another lap, that would be perfect. I don't think it will, though, will it?
Copy.
Oh, it is. We're going to have to pit. Everyone's going to be in the pits, though, isn't it? This is going to be absolute carnage.
So, safety car will be in this lap.
Can we afford? We can't really double stack, because that will just send Antonelli to the back. But how much time will he lose? This is tricky.
Box. Try to minimize the gap with the car in front now.
It's falling quite quickly. I'm going to box with Leclerc, but not Antonelli.
Copy.
It is slightly early to box, but it is falling heavy. I think by the time Leclerc's had his pit stop, it's a long lap round Spa, don't forget. So I think this will work. Yes, we like to go at 0.8. Right, they're going to get back underway, but Leclerc is just going to drive straight into the pits here. Verstappen in, Lawson stays out, Norris in, Sainz in, Russell in, Perez. I'm not saying them all. They're all in, apart from Antonelli. And we're going to be stuck getting out of the pits here, aren't we? Oh, this is the problem. Oh, we found a little gap there, though. Sneaky little gap. Has Max got a gap? No, he hasn't. There we go. That's not too bad. Leclerc should still lead the race.
What's that? A pit stop issue.
Where is Max going to come out in all of this? This is drama. Max is not coming out behind Leclerc. He is behind another 2 cars. Sainz and Colapinto have jumped him in the pits. Carnage in the pit lane. We need to attack on this. And everyone has gone inters. Right, where's Antonelli? We haven't even put him in to come into the pits yet, have we? Let's get that job done. Marco, thanks for the follow. Jocks, thanks for the follow. Drama, Franco Maloney, woohoo, yes. Maloney into the top 10. We did see Sainz getting very close to Leclerc there. Right, let me just have a look here, chat, at this strategy, because it's kind of messed up a bit here. Yeah, I think we could probably go aggressive. Let's just get some fire attempts. Right, where is Antonelli going to come out in all of this, though? Let's just get him round, shall we? This could be quite horrible for Antonelli, because half of this lap, more than half of the lap, has been in wet, so... I don't think this is going to be good news for Kimi. Avoided the traffic in the pit lane, of course, because that would have cost him as well. Need a nice clean stop here. And it's a 2.1 second stop.
It'll be clear going out.
Well, Leclerc isn't with him yet, though. Leclerc is there. I think Kimi's going to... I don't think Kimi will take the lead of this race, but... Or will he? He might do. It's going to be very close. There's Kimi, there's Leclerc, and Leclerc up to speed. Takes the lead of the race, but it's worked out brilliantly for our two boys. They're free to race, and that has worked out absolutely brilliantly. And Antonelli has absolutely come firing out of the pit lane. Look at this. Kimi Antonelli taking no prisoners, and he's going to lead the race then. But it's a 1-2 for us. We decided not to double stack, and it's worked absolutely beautifully. Max down in 6th, Verstappen in 6th, Lawson in 5th. They've got to get past Sainz and Colapinto before they even get to us. Sainz is staying with us though, isn't he? Well, that has been beautiful, chat. That has been beautiful. Live championship standings, sorry, and I can show you that. Max would still lead, but if it finished like this, Kimi would be within 2 points. And we would be 10 points behind in the Constructors. I fully expect Verstappen and Lawson probably to get back to 3rd and 4th at least here. Hopefully we can try and pull a gap on them. Oh dear. Antonelli's out wide. Our two boys fighting hard. And that is the problem when we allow them to fight. And that's going to open the door for Carlos Sainz. And Carlos Sainz out wide now. He's all over the shop. These two still fighting. No DRS now, of course. Game name is F1 Manager 24. The two Red Bulls have caught up with Colapinto, it looks like. Right, I want to go back down to aggressive now. Tyres heating up a little bit. Look how much fuel we've got now. Antonelli getting another lovely toe. Leclerc covering him off though. And I don't think Antonelli can make the move there. Right, let's just have a look at the rain. So yeah, it's now going to get heavy. And it's going to be heavy now for the next sort of 6 to 7 laps. I don't think that's going to be long enough to put some full wets on here today. It's weird seeing Sainz and Aston since it's my first time here. Yes, I don't mind Sainz and Aston for some reason. Franco getting closer. Sainz 1 second. Yeah, this is a problem with allowing them to fight. It might allow the pack to get a little bit closer, but it is what it is. Right, so lap 17 of 44. Leclerc leads, Antonelli second. At the moment, it's looking like a nice day for Maserati. Still rooting for Piastri, as you should. I would be away from the game. McLaren's my team. On, what's this? It's F1 Manager 24. Max is down in P6 still. Pushing his tyres quite hard. Not making quick moves up the grid. He's just dropping back a little bit, which we like to see. Max will hunt. He will indeed. He will indeed. But if you're in the stream, you haven't already, do spam that like button. As I say, really helps me out. Super appreciated. Sainz is doing well to stay with this though, isn't he? He is pushing his tyres more though. I don't want to push our tyres too hard too early. Because look, what's actually happened is because of all these stoppages, it's going to dry out again before the end of the race. It's going to dry out slowly here. I think it's going to be dry tyres at the end. Remember what happened before in Brazil. If you've been following this championship for a while, then we had a race like this, the final race of the season in 2027 in Brazil, where Lawson went on dry tyres at the end. Yami, thanks for the follow. What team has the fastest car? Probably Red Bull, just about, and then we are closely behind them, I'd say. I'd say the pecking order here is Red Bull, then Maserati. So that's why we are enjoying being 1-2 here. Max robbed the championship from Kimi. Yes, indeed, Soren.
Copy.
So tyres overheating for Kimi because he is in the dirty air of his teammate. Might just want to cool those off a bit. As I say, I don't want to burn them up too quickly.
Your tires.
And it's changed to full wet. Will anyone put on the full wet? It is going to be full wet. Say for quite a... Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 laps. So what's the lap time? 2 minutes. So about 10 to 12 minutes of full wet weather here. Will anyone gamble and go for the wets? Doesn't look like they will. And Maloney is in P8. Hold your horses. Maloney could be on for more points here today. We'd love to see that. But there is 2 McLarens down there. Lawson all over Colapinto. Is Colapinto about to be overtaken by one of the Red Bulls? Kind of need him to keep them behind for as long as possible, and he does. That's nice to see. Because it means Lawson and Verstappen 4.5 seconds off the lead of the race, but that's not very much still. This is Peak Streams. Thanks, Fred. Hope you're well. If you don't already, make sure to follow or subscribe. But yeah, the Red Bulls. Yes, Sainz is using more tyre life. Max is using quite a bit of tyre life as well, though. This is round 6 of 19. So who else is in the top 10? We've got a Williams, but Williams have been scoring this year, so no surprises there. But yeah, Maloney's got a chance, especially if Russell's issue gets worse, even with those 2 McLarens coming through. This Perez is quite a bit off here, isn't he? Yeah, he's 6 seconds off. So Maloney's got second to Behrman, but he's got 6 seconds to Perez. So definitely a chance. Sainz still just hanging about. Is that Magnussen in the Haas? No, Magnussen's in an RB in this universe. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he's in the RB. Weirdly enough, in this universe in 2028, Magnussen is in an RB. Something that would never happen, but it happens here. Right, lap 20 of 44, approaching the halfway mark in this one. So, we're at full wet weather conditions here, but everyone has decided to stay on the inters, unless anyone gambled on the wets somewhere earlier that I missed. Note. So everyone is going to see it through these wet weather full wets on inters, and then it will reduce back to inters. And but yeah, as I say, because we've had so many stoppages and the race duration is going to be longer, we are going to get dry weather now at the end of this race. I think you could probably get softs on from about lap 39, 40, and that's, yeah, 5 laps. So we're going to have to go soft tyres at the end because that's too long around Spa. It's not a short lap here, so it's definitely going to require another pit stop here today, and that is why I don't want to burn these tyres up. And we're at 91 and 93% respectively. Verstappen, for example, down to 89%. So he's using a bit more. So that's giving us even more confidence. Antonelli can go back to aggressive now. He's
Margin to reduce a bit the management.
he's dropped out a bit, but he's cooled the tyres sufficiently. Must have paid for the seat. Yes, I reckon he did. So yeah, the Red Bulls not working for the Red Bulls at the moment. Lawson and Verstappen, sorry, can't get past Colapinto at the moment. And that is working out beautifully for our two drivers. Can he do anything here, Liam Lawson? As Leclerc starts lap 21 of 44. Let's just stay on board with this for a little while longer. Lawson then gaining, but no DRS, of course. Can he finally make this move on Franco Colapinto? Doesn't look like he's thinking about it. He's not going to go for it. And he's going to lose time, as is Verstappen. That's Teo Porcher, Emily, in this universe. Right, so the Red Bull's nearly now 6 seconds behind race leader Charles Leclerc. He's got a little bit more battery than his teammate. Car is a little bit more used. Of course, we can't, well, we can, but we don't really want to double stack. So really, we need to try and get a gap here. These two are free to fight though, but at the moment, not really. Anthony's not close enough to fight him because he had to cool his tyres off. And again, look, his tyres are heating quicker than Leclerc's because Leclerc's got the benefit of the clean air here. Well, as Leclerc starts the 22nd lap, we'll be near enough halfway through once we get through that lap. And 4 retirements, 2 safety cars, 2 virtuals, wet weather, and plenty of issues on some cars as well. So a lot going on in this one. Jean-Louis and G.A. Hawks, thanks for the follow. Super appreciated. Hope you're both well. And if you're jumping in, don't forget to smash that like button. Super appreciated. But yeah, lap 22, Leclerc leads. Our teammate Kimi Antonelli P2. Carlos Sainz is now starting to drop off and get closer to Colapinto. Yeah, the Red Bull's nearly 7 seconds. This is working brilliantly. Our old teammate, Franco Colapinto, he drove for Maserati for, I think now, 3 years. Yeah, it would have been 3 years, wouldn't it? 25, 26 and 27. 3 years Colapinto drove for Maserati. And he's doing a job for us here today because he's holding up these Red Bulls, although Liam Lawson might have his best chance here. Colapinto is going to shut the door again. And Franco is helping his old team hopefully win this race here today. The game name is F1 Manager 24. A race everyone loves. Yes, indeed, Soren. So Leclerc leads. Only 1.2 of his teammate. Sainz, as I say, dropping off a bit. He's used quite a bit more tyre life as Sainz, especially compared to Antonelli. So the closer Antonelli gets to his teammate, his temps start to go up. Look, 90% now, 91. Whereas Leclerc in a nice 86% range here. Let us just have a look at that wet weather again. This has changed a little bit, hasn't it? That spike is not as aggressive, but still going to dry out towards the end. That's really, these are the conditions now, really, until lap 39 here today. And those Red Bulls getting closer to 8 seconds off the lead of this race now. They just can't get past Franco Colapinto at the moment. And we're not really too bothered about Lawson. Of course, we want to beat both of them for the constructors, but it's Max that leads Drivers Championship, so Max has got to get past his teammate before he can even think about getting past Colapinto. And all the time, they're burning their tyres up, sitting in this traffic. Yeah, Lawson and Verstappen down to 85%. That's 2% worse than Leclerc, 5% worse than Antonelli. Team orders, yes. Well, of course, in real life, they would have asked Lawson to move out a long time ago. Unfortunately, the game doesn't... You can do it for your own team. But yeah, it's a shame they don't do it for the AI teams because Lawson would have moved out of the way a long time ago. But for us, it's a good thing. But yeah, see, Antonelli is starting to get a toe now off Leclerc. He's moving closer to his teammate. But look, his tyre temps are... Well, it was 6 degrees more. It's now dropped to 5 degrees more. So he has got 2% extra tyre margin in it. But that'll start to swing to Leclerc whilst Antonelli sits this close. And if it gets too hot, we'll have to back off again and cool them down. So it is advantage to Leclerc in this race. Yeah, Sainz has now dropped 3 seconds back, but he's got 3 seconds to Colapinto. So again, Sainz will be hoping Colapinto can keep doing this work because he might be on for a podium for Aston if that carries on. This is the closest battle, I think, on track, isn't it? We've got Maloney and Behrman. That's pretty tight as well. And then you've got a few out of the points. The group outside the points are closing in, though. So Maloney will have his work cut out to hold on to the points today. Right, that full wet weather spell has ended then. So we're back to damp. Back to the ultimate operating space for these inters. As I say, that'll be the case now until we get to lap 39 today. Sakuna, thanks for the follow. Hope you're doing well. Behrman always nearly behind Maloney, but our boy is doing the job. Yeah, Maloney doing well at the moment, P8. But as I say, these are getting closer, so hopefully Zane can hold on. Well, we've had a nice few laps now without any virtuals or safety cars, and that is something that we don't want now, of course. We don't want any virtuals or safety cars or red flags, because we've built the gap on the Red Bulls, and that will just
keep focus on
reduce that to nothing, basically, although still they'll still be behind, of course, a couple of cars. But we've got a nice 8-second lead, has Leclerc on Verstappen. And we don't want that ruined by a safety car. Right, tyre margin still 2% in it. I'd imagine that's going to move to 1% very closely, because, again, Antonelli's tyre is getting a lot hotter than his teammate Charles Leclerc here. 8%, 8 degrees hotter. As Perez, mechanical fault now. Did he already have one? I can't remember now. That might be a secondary fault. We'll have a look. We'll have a look. Perez, no, that is a new fault. Or it's a returning fault.
Keep focus on our race.
Right, Antonelli getting very close now. Does he want to have a go on his teammate? Looks like he's getting punchy. Antonelli. Yeah, had a little look there, but then lost half a second. But look at his tyres, nearly 10 degrees hotter now. That's the benefit that Charles has today from leading this race. Magston's getting more major mechanical faults, so there might still be a few more retirements here today. Antonelli sees now up to 100 degrees. We'll let it play out a little longer. But yeah, we don't want him burning those tyres out.
Do your best, man.
The Red Bulls have... Yeah, the pace has picked up a little bit behind us. It appears. Antonelli, is he going to have a go on Leclerc? We've got a yellow flag. Antonelli, I think, is going to try and overtake here on Charles Leclerc. He's losing a bit of time now. Lawson running wide, but he stayed ahead of his teammate, Liam Lawson.
Right,
Let's have a look at this
as we
then.
go into
Oh,
turn 4.
Verstappen wasn't close enough to him.
Oh, just running wide. Fighting with the car. Just a...
Verstappen may have got that if he was close enough. He's all over him now, though. Max Verstappen on the inside of Lawson. Lawson wants to fight his teammate, but Max Verstappen is going to claim that position. And that's not great for us. We wanted to keep Max behind Lawson, but that one is
Try
done.
to recover your previous rhythm that was looking fine.
Andre, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated. Right, Antonelli getting right on the gearbox of his teammate. Let's say his tyres are burning up doing this. The tyre margin has been about 2.5%. So yeah, it now filters over to 3 again. So I think it is still staying about 2.5 between them. Antonelli looks like he might have space on the outside there. No, he doesn't. Looks to the inside there. No, nothing doing there either. What about into the hairpin here? No. Not the hairpin, sorry, chicane.
I am trying.
Antonelli getting a bit upset.
Keep doing your
Having
best.
a go at his teammate, but can't get it done.
No problem, no problem.
Ethan switch positions. I can't switch positions because they're both able to fight for this championship, so they're free to fight. There's no papaya rules here. Antonelli needs to treat Leclerc as anyone else. If he wants to win this race, he's going to have to overtake him on track, and he might try to do that right now. Colapinto has closed right up to Sainz. Some pace coming from behind us. Nothing doing there again for Antonelli. And he's lost a few temps there. What is the tyre life behind us? 81, 81, 80. Yeah, so we've got a bit of tyre life in hand on these guys. So I don't want to use our tyre life too early because we have got to get them to this region here. And so far, we should comfortably do that.
Okay, do your best there.
But yeah, Sainz has stayed in that 3-second range behind. But Colapinto has arrived now on Carlos Sainz. So that's brought the Red Bulls closer. So it was about 7 to 8 seconds. It's now only 5 seconds to those Red Bulls. So this one is not over by a long shot. Say Kimi's tyres are getting very hot indeed though. Is he going to have a go around the outside? No, now he jukes to the inside. Kimi Antonelli for the race lead. It looks like he's going to get it done. Leclerc will fight him back, but Kimi Antonelli is going to take the lead in this race then. Charles Leclerc has to settle for P2. And now Antonelli gets the benefit of the clean air. And it'll now be Leclerc's tyres that start to heat up. Unless he can return the favour in double quick time. He's going to get a hell of a tow. All over the gearbox. Going to pull out to the inside. Outside even. Not quite. He'll get another slipstream now. He's going to try the inside. But nothing doing. So Antonelli leads the race then. And Colapinto's got past Sainz. Sainz going backwards. There's a bit of pace coming from behind us, isn't there? We might just need to use a bit of battery, both our guys.
Copy.
Hello, Riley. How's it going? Yeah, there's been plenty of DNFs, just plenty of crashes. Portier spun out, Bortoletti spun out. Padjar went wide spinning. He was going to rejoin the track, but Tsunoda spun into him and they both crashed out. Leclerc around the outside. Oh, that is a lovely move if he pulls that off. Charles Leclerc back into P1. Hello, Jack. How's it going? That's a great move from Charles Leclerc. As we try and push down the road then with these two, using a bit of their battery, because for some reason, those behind are catching up to us. I might just need to not do that. I need to cool this off a bit. I'm gonna have to stop the fight for a moment, because what we're doing is we're bringing the pack closer to us, and Verstappen is now only in P4, and he's only got one more overtake to do, which is on Franco Colapinto. And he's only 2 seconds behind us, Max, so as much as I want our teammates to fight, we need to start getting them to pull away together here. Because I think Max is probably going to dispatch Colapinto pretty quickly. Colapinto, our old teammate, up to P3 though. It'd be lovely to see him get a podium, but I think Max is going to have a great chance to overtake him here. Can Colapinto keep in P3? We really need him to. But Max has got the inside line. Can he brake later than Franco Colapinto? No, he can't. Franco holds on. And we will try and use some battery now with our drivers. Good to hear, Jack. Yeah, let Leclerc stay ahead because he might handle tyre better. Three Maserati drivers in front. Yes, indeed. Leclerc, Antonelli and Colapinto. You viewed energy on the street. Oh, no worries, buddy. I'll be right back. Pot noodle for tea, beef flavour. Lovely stuff. Tyre deck. Yeah, I know where you're at, Jack. Right, we do need Antonelli just to, again, ease off because these tyres are burning up.
Copy.
Yeah, this is not good for his tyres. I need him to just ease off a bit.
Copy.
If you're jumping into the stream, though, you don't already, make sure to follow or subscribe. And please do click that like button. Verstappen very close to Colapinto again, but nothing doing. And thanks for the follow, Jack. Much appreciated. Yeah, we just need to pull away a bit here. As Max was getting closer than we wanted, really. Oh, Max all over Colapinto in the background again. Is he even closer this time? I don't know. That's quite a hard move, though, in the wet. And Franco's going to cut him off again. Come on, Franco. Do the business for us. Jack, who's your favourite team in driving F1? I don't particularly have a favourite driver because I more support a team than a driver, and that team is McLaren. Same for, but I'm a Norris fan. Nice stuff. Well, you're very happy then at the moment because it looks like Lando Norris is well on his way to winning the Drivers' Championship. One Titanic joke for you, Califat. Go on then, you viewed. Break the ice. Let's see what I did there. What was the least favourite thing to eat on the Titanic? I don't know. Iceberg lettuce? Have I stole the thunder? Have I stole your thunder? Right, 15 laps to go. Leclerc leads. Verstappen is past Colapinto. Just noticed. And that is not good news for us. Iceberg less, yes, you got it. I got it. I got one of you chose. There you go. Julie, this is not Formula 1. It's F1 Match 24, but it is right now. Go on, Colapinto. Send it on, Max. He's not going to. He's going to lose out to Sainz. Right. I'm going to have to allow these to fight again, aren't I?
Copy.
No management anymore.
Max 4.4 behind. When is... So lap 40 is when the rain is going to stop. Let's just forward on a bit because Antonelli not that close at the moment.
Do your best.
Now he is. Enrique, thanks for the follow. Super appreciated. See, the problem when we allow them to fight, though, it means Leclerc has to go into defensive positions and Max will start to take time out of them. If only Dare was effective with tyres on this game with real life. Yes, indeed. That would make some nice racing. Right, Antonelli. Is he going to try and reclaim the lead of this race then? Max Verstappen is only 3.1 seconds down the road now. And unfortunately, as I say, we can't favour anyone in this championship yet. But if Verstappen does reach Antonelli, or whoever's in P2, Antonelli Leclerc, we are going to have to use one of them to slow Max down, because we need Max to... We need to beat Max with one of our drivers today.
Keep focus on our race.
And I think we're going to have to try and slow him down. And here goes Franco Colapinto. Oh, he's pushed Leclerc all over the curb there. Not ideal. That is not ideal too at all. Right, let's just push the battery of both of them.
Use overtake.
Max only 2 seconds behind now. He's gaining on us very quickly. In real life, Colapinto made a mistake going to Alpine. He should have stayed at Williams and development away of somewhere else. Yeah. Oh, is this Leclerc again going to have a go on Antonelli? It is. When Leclerc gets overtaken, he just finds an extra bit of speed. Right.
Try to pull it down a bit more on your tires.
I'm not happy with this chap. Tyres are heating up.
Copy.
I think we're going to have to top up with Antonelli, drop him off Leclerc,
More charge.
and try and back Max up, and then allow Antonelli to use his pace to catch up to Leclerc again.
Copy.
Because we're just going to allow Max to win this race if not. If you had to pick out of Piastri and Norris to win World Drivers' Championship, who would you pick? I don't know, I'd say as long as a McLaren driver wins it, I'd be happy. I probably would swing more towards Piastri, but it's only ever so slightly. So our old Barbados boy has gone wide and looks like he's given a position away to the Ferrari. Say Maloney feeling the pressure. Alright, so Antonelli, we're going to have to just slow him up a bit. We do need a pit stop gap anyway, which we're going to have to create anyway. Leclerc is led. Antonelli has got ahead a couple of times, but to be fair, Leclerc's come straight back at him. Leclerc's led for most of this race. He leads now, and I think the timing is now to try and slow Antonelli up, create the pit stop gap that we need, because we're going to need to pit them both on the same lap. And we'll try and slow Max up. Pull Antonelli's tyres off. He's got 4% more on Max anyway. Get a full battery. And then hopefully he can attack. And get out in front of Max himself. I mean, even on being on this, he's not... Leclerc can't pull away, though. We might even have to conserve the fuel as well, because...
we need some lift off.
Copy.
Right, let's just forward this on a bit. Yeah, so Antonelli's going to get the toe. It's this part of the track now where Antonelli should drop back a bit. And he does. Gasly's mechanical fault getting worse. Right, I know he's dropped off, but yeah, Verstappen is not really gaining yet on Antonelli.
And mode attack.
The gap to Verstappen is decreasing. Yeah, he was getting close, but now it's kind of mellowed out a bit. Colapinto all the way down to P6 now. Maloney 10th, but Norris is, yeah, he's 4 seconds back. The McLaren's having an awful day here today. Right, now it's about when it's going to go to soft tyres. It's 1.27 at the moment, the track. We need a gap of about 2.5 seconds between our two teammates to get them into the pits.
Good.
Charles is very happy with his tyres. Is Sainz going to have a go on Verstappen? Who's thinking about it? Alright, let's keep forwarding on, chat, just for a moment. Gasly, it seems his mechanical fault keeps getting worse, but not bad enough. Right, what's the track? Dampness just gone up a little bit there, weirdly. 10 laps to go. To be fair, Kimi has better tyres. Yeah, we've just been saving a bit of tyre life for Kimi, trying to build a big gap that we can then decrease and pull away from Max. So that's what we're just trying to do here. But this rain is being a little bit stubborn now, but...
Mode defend.
Right, here is Max Verstappen then.
Overtake available.
So what we can do out of these corners is just pull away.
Mode attack.
And then for the rest of the lap, we'll slow it down. Yeah, the gap is 3 seconds to Leclerc, so we've got a nice pit stop buffer now. That's exactly what we needed to do. Gonna probably have to pit in the next 3 to 5 laps, somewhere between there. It'll be time for some nice soft tyres.
You can slow down a bit.
Max going to be too far behind here to make a move.
More charge.
Yeah.
As I say, through this part of the track, we'll just try and slow him up. Oh, he might make a move through there, though. We don't want that.
Confirm mode attack.
Max has seen a gap. We really don't want him getting ahead of us, so now we're going to have to fight it. He does stay behind.
Try to slow down.
We've got a yellow flag. Norris. Maloney. No! Maloney! No!
Now, who is that? Now, that looks like Lando Norris.
What's happened to
We're down at
Zayn?
turn 5. With not much room to move.
Oh, I don't know if Zayn's turned in on him there. Was Lando far enough up the side of Maloney there? I'm not sure. Norris has got damage, though. Emotional damage, maybe. As well as car damage. Max absolutely trying to fly away here. We need to keep Max behind, but we need to keep the gap on Leclerc as well. This is a problem. Maloney has got the penalty.
The use of
It did look like Maloney closed the door. What year is this? It's 2028. We're in the year of 2028 over here. So the problem is when we have to push here, we then close in on Leclerc. Track is still not drying out yet.
Copy.
Right, here comes Verstappen. Having a look.
Okay, more charge.
Copy.
Got another yellow flag. Don't know who that was this time. Stroll having a lock up now. Maybe pit lap 39.
Copy.
Yeah, just waiting for this level of dampness to dry out a bit. It's not going to be too long now. Need Leclerc to pull away a bit more than he is, though.
Copy that.
It's only 2.1. We need a little bit more than that because we're going to get some pit lane carnage here. Go standard tyres, getting too cold on Antonelli's car there.
Okay to push on tires.
Sainz challenging Verstappen, that would be handy. And Max has to see him off. Right, we are topping up out of here. This might leave Max a chance, hopefully not. Damp level 1.06. Max alongside us here. Oh, he's very close, isn't he? Right, 2.5 to Leclerc. That's where we kind of need it. I think this lap is maybe too early to come in, though.
It's not that far.
Leclerc says it's not that far off. How quick is it drying? 0.5, 0.95, 0.94. We're going to pit this lap. We're going to get them both in this lap. It might be slightly early, but in terms of the time you start the next lap, you'll be halfway through that lap and the softs will come good. So now is the time. We've got the gap, 3 seconds. We've got a nice pit stop gap here for the team. We just need to make sure there's no errors on Leclerc's pit stop here. We need a nice clean stop. No, we're not Cadillac, we are Maserati. Right, here we go. It is nearly at 0.8 anyway. I think you're going to see most of the grid, if not all the grid, come in. Here comes Charles Leclerc then. Fingers crossed that the boys and girls down at Maserati can deliver a nice clean stop, because as you see, we're going for a double stack. Verstappen stays out. It's a 2.0 and there we go. Antonelli, oh, but he's slow on the left rear for Antonelli. Oh, it's 3 seconds slower than we wanted. So Leclerc's stop was nice, but Antonelli had trouble. As Benizzi apologises, but we get away with it in terms of track position. But Max Verstappen has stayed out. So now we need to give it full beans with both drivers here. Full bean Olofskis here to try and get this 1-2. Sainz stayed out as well.
Full push.
So just Verstappen and Sainz have stayed out. And Norris stayed out, actually. Not served that penalty. He hasn't got a penalty, actually. It's Maloney's got the penalty who served that. So Maloney's points dream is over. But it means Leclerc has got 7 seconds on his teammate now today. And with just 5 laps to go, that is very good. But let's have a look at Max Verstappen and Carlos Sainz here. They opted to stay out a lap longer. Their tyres must be burning up, though. Verstappen in, Sainz in. Where is the Flying Dutchman going to come out of the pits here? He was P3 before this stop. Has it worked? There's Leclerc. He's not getting past Leclerc. Definitely not. Antonelli had a slow stop, don't forget. And Verstappen will cut this first corner. Antonelli, though, should have it done. He will. And Lawson is going to be... He's going to be up to speed. He's going to be past Max here as Lawson, I think. Is he? No, Max is just going to hold on to it. So Max retains P3. Leclerc first, Antonelli P2. But look at the lead Charles Leclerc has. And Antonelli has only got 2 seconds on Verstappen. This is going to be nail-biting stuff. Verstappen has got a great chance to get P2. Norris finally pits as well. That's going to put Russell up into the points, is it? Yes. Right, Antonelli will keep pushing on this battery. MSL GT, thanks for the follow, much appreciated. Smiling, thanks for the follow. And if you're in the stream, you haven't already, do spam that like button, super appreciated. But is Leclerc going to win his first race for Maserati here today? It's looking pretty good. He's been pretty good all race, to be fair. Antonelli had a couple of stabs at him, but couldn't get it done. Piastri, please get one overtake. You can get points. Where is Piastri? He's not, though, because Mick is 13 seconds off the points. So Piastri's going to finish P11 or P12, it looks like. Antonelli's got 2.2 on Verstappen as Leclerc sets the fastest lap of the race. For how long will that stand, though? Because the Red Bulls probably got some pace with the DRS there. Antonelli takes it off him briefly, and he keeps it off him as Lawson is trying to have a go on Max Verstappen. That's going to help Antonelli out. What team is Tsunoda? Yeah, Audi. Yeah, you got it. Tsunoda is with Audi. Right, probably need to save a bit of battery now for the fight to come with Max. Leclerc has got the race in the bag as long as he keeps it on the track. But Leclerc has got a couple of fast Red Bulls coming at him. Can he keep them there? We've got 3 to go. ABF, thanks for the follow. How did you get Audi? If you play on PC, you can get Audi through mods. But if on console, you wouldn't be able to. Is there another F1 manager coming? No, unfortunately not. Not at this stage, anyway. Right, Max still 2 seconds behind Antonelli. But if he gets to about 1.5, he'll start getting a tow. Where can you get mods like this? For PC, if you go to overtake.gg, you can get all your F1 Manager mods. And then some of the modders have their own Patreon pages as well. But for the ones I'm using, you can get off overtake.gg. When is the next live? Next live will be on Friday from around about 7 PM UK time. Antonelli defend like Brazil. Yes, indeed. Right, it's 1.4 to Verstappen now. It is like Brazil. Antonelli P2, Verstappen P3, Verstappen flying. He's not quite got the DRS yet. Lawson's flying with him, though. This is where we'd love a safety car or a virtual. All right, Max is going to have DRS next lap. He nearly got it there. He's within DRS now, but he didn't quite have it at the detection zone, at the detection line. So Max Verstappen will have DRS on the next lap. Do you ever run one-off liveries? Yes, we do, OP. We used to... this was actually a one-off livery last year for Monaco, but we liked it so much. It's our base livery here for 2028. Right, we might be best served to lose the position of Max and try and re-overtake with the DRS next lap, as Max is all a bit squirrely there. These Red Bulls are flying all over Antonelli here.
Mode charge.
I want one of them to get past me here so we get the second DRS. No, they're not going to, though. But Lawson has creeped past his teammate there. Lawson has just got past Verstappen, which helps. And Lawson's picked up a mechanical fault.
Okay.
Is Lawson going around the outside? He's trying to. He's going to lose a bit of time going out there. But now they'll get this tow and DRS all the way up to the next corner. 2 laps left. 2 laps left. And Lawson is already through on us, and he'll get the DRS to pull away. So this is going to leave us very defenseless to Max Verstappen. We could lose both of the positions here. And we have Max moves past us as well. Right, now we've got to do some work, Kimi.
Your best. Overtake available.
Antonelli's going to have to try and send it here somewhere on one of them. You know, lovely toe there. Don't think there's going to be a way inside. No.
Good job on tires at the moment. Keep working on it.
Tyre's going to start to burn up now, though. Now we're in the dirty air. Oh, here we go. Kimi Antonelli. That is bold. We like that. And he's moving back into P3. Now he will get the luxury of the DRS on Liam Lawson.
How are we?
Let's go to standard on you, Charles. We don't need to do anything crazy with you. You're going to win this race, young man.
Copy that.
Antonelli sending it here. I don't really want to send it there, Kimi. We want the DRS, Kimi. You absolute maniac. We get the DRS there to pull away.
Use overtake.
But we are going to get the DRS to Lawson and Verstappen. Or are we? Lawson's losing time. They might lose the DRS here. They're fighting. The 2 Red Bulls are fighting. Oh, it's 1.1. It's going to be close. Antonelli pushing out that corner. Oh, I don't know. I don't know if Max got it or not there. Oh my God, yeah, he did. They're absolutely flying again. But I don't know if he's close enough to make the move. Antonelli's going to try and cover him off on the inside. Max gone all the way to the inside. He can't make the move. And Kimi Antonelli survives. Who were the World Drivers' Champions each year? The first year was George Russell. Then second year, Lando Norris. Third year, Max Verstappen. Max really pushing. Can Kimi Antonelli hold on to this? Max on the inside. It's a bit of a double left-hander. Kimi trying to hold on. He is holding on for now. Max is losing out to Lawson again. That could be big. That is big. Antonelli. I think he's going to survive. I think he's going to survive. Yes, Lucas, Audi is a mod. And we must switch to Charles Leclerc, though. I think Antonelli's going to survive. We better just check. I think he is, yes. Leclerc, though, is going to win his first race today for Maserati here in Spa. Charles Leclerc wins it. And Antonelli holds off both Red Bulls. And Kimi Antonelli makes it a Maserati 1-2. Lawson beats Verstappen as well. And Leclerc is partying tonight. Charles Leclerc wins it for Maserati. Antonelli, as he did in real life in Brazil with Max Verstappen, holds him off. Well, actually, in the end, it was Lawson, but he was holding off Verstappen. And Verstappen then lost the position to Lawson. It's Lawson P3, Verstappen P4. But Leclerc, a first race win in the blue of Maserati. Alien, thanks for the follow on Twitch. Much appreciated. Right, let's see what the championships look like now then. Thanks for streaming this, no worries.
This is a wonderful moment.
Behrman
for
fastest
Charles
lap. Did
Leclerc
Behrman
as
get the
well.
fastest lap at
Such
the end?
a beautiful result.
That was a really well-executed race, I thought. Major credit to the driver, the pit wall, and the whole team for that win.
We may see these kind of
Jack,
things
we
a
stream
lot
this
in
every
Formula
Tuesday
One.
and Friday,
It's
so
easy
every
to
week on a
forget
Tuesday and
just what
Friday.
it means to the whole team.
There you go. That's a big result for Charles Leclerc. He needed it. He's up 4 places to beat his teammate and the rest to win this race. Kimi Antonelli P2, Lawson P3, but Max started on pole, finishes P4. Good result for us. Sainz 5th. Good points for him in the Aston. Franco Colapinto finishes P6. But look at the races that the Williams had here. Behrman up 10 to P7. Albon up 13 to P8. And then we've got the 2 Ferraris, P9 and P10. You love this. Thanks for the follow. Much appreciated. Drivers Championship then. Max does still lead the championship, but Kimi Antonelli has closed in by 5 points. It's just 13 points to lead now. Liam Lawson on 85 points, and Charles Leclerc getting closer as well on 79. So he's only 50 points off as well. So top 4 very closely matched. It's then a big drop off to Ollie Behrman, who's now up to 5th in the Drivers' Championship in his Williams. George Russell 6th, Lando Norris 7th, Perez is 8th, Sainz now up to 9th, Piastri drops to 10th, Albon up to 11th, Lance Stroll 12th, Franco Colapinto with 8 points today, only had 1 before that, he's now up to 13th, Gasly 14th, Mick Schumacher 15th, Bortoletto 16th, Zayn Maloney 17th, and the rest of them, 5 drivers yet to score here in 2028. Can I have tips for the game, as I'm really bad at it? If you click my profile here on TikTok, if you're watching on TikTok there, in the bio, click the YouTube channel, and in the playlist, I have a couple of tips and guide videos, so check those out. Right, constructors then. Red Bull still lead it, but we've taken a good chunk out of them today, and it's only, what's that, 19 points. They only lead by 19 points. So it's going to be a big battle between Red Bull and Maserati this year. Ferrari are 3rd, but it's very close, isn't it, between Ferrari, Williams and McLaren at the moment. Williams up to 4th, McLaren dropped to 5th, Aston Martin 6th, Audi 7th, Mercedes 8th, RB 9th, Haas 10th, and Alpine, poor little Alpine, still yet to score. Red and Blue Army and Sam, thanks for the follow, much appreciated. OP81, next race is on Friday, so as I say, we stream this every Tuesday and Friday. Fastest pit stops, we've not been as good as that this year, but we do get the 9th fastest stop, but we drop down to 3rd in that, but obviously it's not a championship that we're too bothered about. And Alex Dunn, who we have as our reserve driver, has gone up in performance. Next race will be Hungary in 18 days, but that was a great race in Spa, well managed by Charles Leclerc. The greatest threat to him once he led that race was really his teammate Kimi Antonelli, who had a couple of stabs at it, but his tyres were overheating, and we did have to make the decision there to at least secure the win and hopefully the best chance of a 1-2. So Kimi had to drop off so we could create that pit stop gap, double stack them, and yeah, it worked out very nicely for us in the end. Kimi did well defensively at the end of that race, but Charles Leclerc wins his first race for Maserati. Kimi P2 brings them both closer to Max in the Drivers' Championship. We're much closer in the Constructors, and hopefully a few designs before we head into Hungary, which will be the next one in this Maserati F1 Manager Series. As always, thanks to everyone that has jumped into the streams. As I always say, if you're a regular around here, you'll know you'll be bored of this, but if you're new around here, if you've watched on YouTube, please make sure you subscribe, and you can check out the playlist of this series there. If you've watched on TikTok or Twitch, do head to my profile, and in the bio you will be able to find the YouTube channel. Click over to there, and as I say, not just the live streams every Tuesday and Friday, but we have 2 episodes in this series dropping each week, so you can check out all of this Maserati series as well as our previous Lotus series. We also have a Flip the Grid series coming at the end of this month and December, and some Football Manager series as well. So quite a lot of content over there to check out. But of course, if you want to return, you can watch these streams on TikTok, Twitch and YouTube every Tuesday and Friday. And that will be the next one on Friday as we return to complete the full Grand Prix in Hungary, and hopefully we can continue fighting with these Red Bulls. When I create a team, should I just start with low expectations? Depends on the challenge that you want. I think once you know how to develop a car on the game, you can get to the front pretty easily in a couple of seasons or so. So yeah, I would say so. If you want longevity in your series, then start with low. But if you want to just be racing for wins and good points at the start, then put it a little bit higher. No worries, Jack. But yeah, thanks for everyone who's dropped in. Thanks for all the likes. Thanks for all the follows and subs. If you haven't already, make sure to please